Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live Weather Authority coverage starts right now.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening for many areas. We are looking at some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there right now. A lot of it is non-severe, so that is some good news. A lot of the severe storms passed through earlier this afternoon and earlier this morning. Now, most of the thunderstorm activity that you saw, I would say between 11 a.m. to 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A lot of that is now starting to move on up towards the north. Areas like Bangor, even close to areas down east, are looking at some of those showers and storms. However, another round of showers and thunderstorms, which is on the weaker side compared to what we saw earlier, is still off to our west in areas up towards Franklin and York County, or not, excuse me, Franklin and Oxford County are looking at some scattered showers and some thunderstorms right now. You notice it's not too big of a deal. We do, however, have a severe thunderstorm off towards parts of Vermont. So let's first talk about this one. Zoom in a little bit closer, and you can see south of Rutland, we do have this severe thunderstorm. That's, of course, in Vermont right now, going to be well to our west as we head through the next hour or two. It may start to make its way into areas of southern Maine, but I would say the best chance for any of these showers and thunderstorms to continue to develop will be up towards the north and mountains, in particular Oxford and Franklin counties. Now, we do have some showers and storms, and as I put on the lightning tracker, really not much lightning with this. We do have a little bit of lightning for some areas off towards, I would say, the east of Rangeley right now, over towards Greenville. You may be getting a quick thunderstorm as you head through the next hour or so. Eustis just saw one. That is now moving on off towards your east, and we are continuing to watch these showers and storms as you head up towards the north and mountains. This is actually associated with the cold front. The cold front is going to pass through as we head through this evening and into the nighttime tonight. We are going to see a dramatic drop in the dew points and just the humidity overall as we head through the daytime on Friday. But you notice some good news. The severe threat is really starting to diminish. If you had a thunderstorm earlier this afternoon, earlier this morning, a lot of that has moved on off towards, again, the east. Now we are just looking at the cold front passing through the state, and we are eventually going to see a drop in humidity, but the storms associated with it, because the air mass has been stabilized a little bit, is a little bit weaker. We do have just some scattered downpours, some areas of lightning and parts of northern Maine right now. Now, as we take a look at some of the 24-hour storm reports, you can see that we do have some pretty good thunderstorm reports up towards areas up and along Route 302. Now, let's talk about it a little bit. Now, as we take a quick look at this one right here, of course, you can only really see thunderstorm wind damage, but I can give you the details around the Naples area. We did have a tree blocking the Route 302. That was estimated earlier by radar. I would say, I think it was around 2 o'clock this afternoon or so, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Over towards the Freiburg area, we did have another wind damage report of trees down on wires in that area. And as we take a look at some wind gust reports, we did have a wind gust report of, it should be clicking up here now. Hold on one second. We had a wind gust report. This was in the Denmark area of around 55 miles per hour. So I do think that there were wind gusts upwards of 55 to 60 miles per hour. And then you head down towards the Leamington area. This one did have a tree down on Parsons Field Road in Limerick. There was a tree down earlier, of course. This was reports from the first line of thunderstorms that passed through. So maybe these trees have been cleared up. Hopefully they have. Hopefully it's not causing any issues. But again, you can see that line that did pass through the even Portland area. Let's zoom in on that one in particular. The report from there, 44 mile per hour wind gusts at the Portland Jetport as that passed through earlier, say about a couple hours or so ago. But again, thankfully, a lot of these showers and storms are now really weakening across the area. We're just watching this line that is going to continue to pass up towards the north. But for the most part, we aren't looking at any severe thunderstorms. I would say they're, is a 30% chance we get a severe thunderstorm warning if one of these storms could really fire up as we head through the next hour or two. But the threat completely diminishes really after about 7, 8 o'clock this evening. We are not going to see much in the way of any thunderstorm activity. Skies will start to clear and things will really improve as we head into the day on Friday. But overall, we aren't looking at too much out there right now. If you are up towards parts of central Oxford County, you may be looking at some dark skies. But overall, we are in Franklin County as well. But we are dry in the Portland area. If you're up and along I-95, you're doing some traveling. Of course, it's a big travel weekend. You are looking good now through Lewiston, Augusta. Once you get up towards Bangor right now, we still have a little bit of rain, but we, again, aren't looking at too much in the way of thunderstorms. As we head through the next couple hours, there is the potential that we could see some scattered, thunderstorms develop, could see potentially one or two of them become severe because there has been a lot of sun over towards parts of New Hampshire, which can destabilize the atmosphere a little bit. But I just think really that first round of thunderstorms that passed through earlier in the day was really the culprit as to why this line isn't that active as we head through the next couple hours. Let's get a look at some of the comments. Dawn, it didn't last long in Portland. Nothing too serious. No, not too bad. We didn't have too bad of a storm here in the Portland area. Auburn around 7 o'clock tonight. I would say the Lewiston Auburn area. You notice that again, that line off to the west. At the worst, I would say you have a scattered shower or downpour, but I would say for the most part, most areas, a lot of this will probably kind of start to weaken as we head through the next hour or two. This line is just not developing. I was talking to some people in the studio here, I would say around 2:30 or 3 o'clock this afternoon, watching that line as it was passing through Burlington. Now, of course, it is moving into parts of northern Maine. It's just really not developing that much. I think it's just moving into a much more stable atmosphere, which is not allowing these storms to develop. And you can see as we take a look at the visible satellite, not too much. We had the clouds associated. It takes a little bit for it to really get going, but it is not cloudy in the Portland area right now. I don't know why this visible satellite just takes so long to load for whatever reason. The sunshine has moved in for many areas across southern Maine, York County, Cumberland County as well. Again, once you head up towards the north, that's where we are looking at more in the way of clouds associated with that line. If you guys have any reports for me, I'd love to hear them. I'm only going to be on for another minute or two because of I do have to get ready for the 5 p.m. shows. But Travis, hello to you. Good evening. Lost power in Leamington for about 2 hours, that Travis was saying. So, yeah, there are some areas that did have some outages as well. Christian, good evening to you. Storms rolled through Lewiston around 2 hours ago. Some loud claps of thunder. No hail, he says. So that is some good thing. That is a good thing. But again, this evening, don't expect too much. I'll go back to the radar again, but this line just really isn't developing. We can zoom in a little bit closer. If you're up towards areas like Eustis and Greenville, there is, again, some downpours, some lightning associated with this one in particular as well. But that's about it right now. If you are in Greenville, specifically Dover, Foxcroft area, in the next, say, 1 hour or so, you'll probably start to see some dark skies and you'll see some downpours, maybe some thunder and lightning. But this line is really just not getting going, which is some good news. I will, of course, be tracking this storm in central and southern Vermont that right now does have a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm not too concerned about it because, again, it's moving into a more stable atmosphere. This is maybe going to continue to move on off towards the east as we head through the next couple hours. But I'm not giving it much hope as we head through the next few hours. So don't expect too much. Again, maybe some scattered showers at the most for many areas, especially up towards Oxford and Franklin County. But these storms are really just not developing. So I am not expecting too much in the way of any severe thunderstorms. Cannot completely rule it out through about 6 or 7 o'clock. But again, the first line was the main line that we were watching with these showers and storms and downpours, thunder, lightning, even some hail reported in some areas, but some damaging wind gusts. That was earlier in the afternoon and earlier, or I guess late morning and into the afternoon hours. But right now, this line is really just more so just some scattered showers and downpours. There's no lightning associated with it from the Rangeley area down through Freiburg. So not looking too bad. And I am going to hop on off of here because, of course, I do have to get ready for the 5 p.m. show. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Hope you guys are doing well. Of course, if there was some damage reports from some wind damage, especially along Route 302, as you headed up towards areas like Rimwick, Freiburg, and Limerick, and up towards the north and parts of Oxford County as well. But this doesn't look too big of a deal. If you have any plans this evening, I wouldn't cancel them. I would keep an eye to the sky. But other than that, just some scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. That's what it looks like right now. And I will continue to update that as we head through the evening. If you can tune in for the 5 o'clock show, I'll have the latest update. Hope you guys have a great evening and enjoy your night.